5 people in southern Indiana still in the hospital right now tonight after that house explosion in Jeffersonville yesterday.
And today we're looking closer at a 2019 explosion just next door, hoping it will shed light on what happened yesterday. Here's what we know right now. Again, 5 people were hurt on Washington Way. Police say they have life-threatening injuries. The gas provider for both this home and the 2019 home is CenterPoint Energy. They were quickly on scene yesterday, checking for leaks. They found none.
Also tonight, Jeffersonville police saying there is no cause just yet. We still don't know the answer to that very important question, but they have ruled out anything malicious. They're saying clearly no foul play. Also, they wanted to shut down the rumor mill, saying people should not speculate on what happened. Our focus team investigator, Travis Breeze, has been looking into the cause of that 2019 explosion that was so nearby this one. Travis, there's a lawsuit that is still ongoing in that case 6 years ago.
That's right, Doug and Connie. A judge gave a summary judgment in May of this year that the gas company was not liable at all for the 2019 explosion. The neighbor of the home that exploded is the only remaining plaintiff, and she is appealing that judge's decision. The judge's order says multiple investigations concluded that when Janet Phillips flicked a light switch in the basement at 904 Assembly Road, it sparked the explosion. It says that Billy Phillips removed a cap from a pipe within their home when he was doing a home renovation, and that is how gas ended up filling the home. Janet Phillips left this lawsuit in 2024 after she had mediation. Ashton Smith is an attorney for the one remaining neighbor at 906 Assembly. Their main complaint is they still do not believe that the gas was properly odorized.
Was the gas odorized or was it not? Those factual disputes where we say, no, it wasn't, and they say, yes, it was, a jury gets to weigh that. The court doesn't get to come in and do the weighing of the evidence.
Indiana Gas Company says first responders wouldn't have smelled gas because a shutoff valve further down the line shut off gas to this entire area after the 2019 explosion. Smith believes that they should have been able to debate that evidence in front of a jury. Now, we are still waiting for Jeffersonville Police and Jeffersonville Fire to give us any clear indication on what the cause of the explosion that happened around 11:40 p.m. on Wednesday. They have not given us official cause yet, but they're strongly urging people to please not speculate. In the studio, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, thanks for that update, Travis. We appreciate it. A southern Indiana woman was arrested Wednesday more than 2 months after a crash that killed her 6-year-old. 25-year-old Dorothy Snell from Hanover was driving on US 31 when police say she ran a red light. Indiana State Police say Snell was speeding when her Chrysler hit a Camry with 2 people inside. ISP said she also blew over the legal alcohol limit. It happened at the intersection of 31 and State Road 256. Snell's 6-year-old daughter was in the back seat, not buckled in a car seat. Snell, her front seat passenger, and 2 people in that Camry were taken to the hospital. The 6-year-old was also taken to the hospital where she later died. Now Snell is facing several charges, including neglect of a child, causing the death of someone while driving intoxicated.
Back here at home on this Friday, the big thing we're all talking about is our weather. We finally are returning to normal feeling weather around here. We think it is August, August 1st, and the humidity is so nice.
Yeah, it feels like late September, right?
The windows are open, the air conditioning is off. We need this break, Mallory.
Yes, we do. And tonight is trending even cooler than last night. Right now across Kentuckiana, we are sitting in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Very, very pleasant as we take a live look from our Hughes and Coleman U of L health camera network there over downtown Louisville. You might notice a little bit of that haze along the horizon. We could have some smoky haze as we continue onward throughout this weekend. That's due to wildfires off to our north, but that's not going to stop our lower humidity and pleasant weather that we do have around. Current dew points down to 50 degrees for dew point right now in Louisville. That is the lowest humidity we have had in quite some time. Satellite and radar, all is dry. High clouds continuing to decrease from north to south. So a very nice evening is on tap. If you are heading to Lynn Family Stadium, game. Racing has a game tonight with an 8 p.m. kickoff. Obviously, expect those temperatures in the 70s with low humidity. A bit of a breeze coming in from the northeast. We've had some gusts today up to about 20 or 25 miles per hour. But of course, that's really ushering in that cooler and less humid air. And take a look at overnight lows tonight. Our average low for this time of year is 71 degrees. We're looking to drop down to 63 tonight in Louisville. And keep in mind, usually in the city, our temperatures stay a little bit more elevated than areas outside. So there will likely be a lot of 50s on this map outside of the city by early tomorrow morning. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, we're expecting those highs in the 80s. So if you're looking to get a car wash, really nice weather today and tomorrow. Just a spotty storm chance by Sunday. But once again, we'll talk a little bit more about your weekend forecast, including that smoky haze that I mentioned, coming up in just a bit.
Mallory, thank you. Breaking news right now at 5 o'clock. 4 people have been killed in a shooting that happened at a Montana bar this morning. And right now, a manhunt is on for the suspect. Montana police say it happened about 10:30 this morning at the Owl Bar. That's in Anaconda, Montana. That is west of Butte, Montana. More than a dozen officers from local and state police appear to be searching for the suspect in the nearby woods. It's unclear right now what led up to the shooting. 3 men are facing attempted murder charge after several SWAT teams made arrests this week. In southern Indiana, Clarksville police say the 3 men targeted one person in 2 separate drive-by shootings 4 months apart. They are also saying the attacks were not random. Our Ian Hardwick talking to a detective who was first on the case.
If you think that you can get away with it, you can't. I promise.
Detective Justice Kraft of the Clarksville Police Department initially led the investigation that brought in 3 arrests for 2 separate drive-by shootings, targeting just one person in Clarksville, Indiana. The first happened last November at Cop Food Mart on Cop Lane right along I-65. Nobody was injured, but the target's vehicle took a bullet. When the Cop Lane drive-by shooting happened here 10 months ago, some stray bullets actually hit the apartments behind the Food Mart, hitting 2 different apartments, one of which had someone living inside, the other was empty. Kraft said the 3 shooters were after one man in both shootings. The second happened this March at a Rally's drive-thru by the Green Tree Mall, where the target was actually hit.
But it was more of a graze wound, and then a business was struck and the vehicle was struck again.
Since one person was the target, Kraft said this was not a random act of violence, but would not say what started the conflict.
It's hard for me to speculate. I don't want to.
Okay, let's go.
But I mean, what I will say is these individuals were aware of each other. They knew each other.
Each of the 3 men, ages 18, 19, and 21, faced 3 counts of attempted murder. That's 1 charge for the first shooting and 2 for the second, since the victim had a passenger in their vehicle. Security cameras at both businesses helped the investigation, though Kraft coyly mentioned the use of another technology.
I don't want to give away too much, right? Because we don't want to give any of these criminals an advantage out here, obviously. But people need to understand that these investigations take a long time.
A long investigation he expects will lead to even more charges at other departments. In Clarksville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11 on your side.
Well, Kraft said the time it took to make those arrests points to the thoroughness of their investigation. Connie?
Fern Creek Fire and EMS officially has a new chief. Deputy Chief Scott Evans will lead the department now that former Chief Nathan Mulvey retired. Chief Evans is sworn in, and Fern Creek Fire says he has 31 years of experience in fire service and medical response. He's been with the department for 5 years now. A big congratulations to Chief Evans.